Hello, this is Mr. Brower. Welcome to school year 2021, and I'd like to welcome you to honors geometry and statistics. I would like to tell you two very important things that will help you be very successful in my class. First, really has nothing to do with the subject matter. It has everything to do with my expectations of how you will treat me as well as your fellow classmate. I believe that it is very important that we treat one another with respect and dignity, and there is never a situation where we shouldn't treat each other with respect and dignity. This is a very challenging endeavor, because there are always, in a classroom of 30 or 35 students, some students that you may not like, that it may rub you the wrong way. However, that does not excuse us from treating one another with respect and dignity. And that goes for me as well. It's a high standard that I have and that I carry. I will do my very best all year, even on my worst day, to hope to respect you and treat you with dignity. And no matter what kind of things that you've done to me or said to me, I am going to try and make sure that I still treat you with respect and dignity. I think our world today suffers from the idea that if someone treats me wrong, I can treat them wrong. And I think that's a really idea that is based in wrong thinking. And so I will do my very best to make sure that I, in all circumstances, treat you with respect and dignity. The second thing that I want you to really understand and really grab a hold of is that that no one should ever feel stupid or dumb, especially when it comes to asking questions. I really think it is critically important that we learn from our mistakes, and we all will make mistakes. You're going to see me make hundreds of mistakes over the course of this year, and I hope that we can laugh together at those things. And I really want you to understand that we are working together on this endeavor to get through this year to learn either statistics or honors geometry. And it is critically important that you make attempts at the work that I give you, and you do your very best. And that when we do find that we've made an error, that we correct it, and that we jot down maybe what we were thinking incorrectly and what we should have been thinking, and the right process to come to that. Many of you in statistics will have the opportunity to do that on your own within the confines of the online book. You will find that there are many examples and videos that will help explain problems and answers that you can come up with. And in that context, in statistics, you're graded on unlimited attempts to get to the correct answer. It will give you hints, and it will give you corrections of maybe what you might have been thinking incorrectly. I will be giving you credit working through the problems, no matter how many attempts you make, and getting to the final answer and hopefully understanding why things are correct. In my own personal life, as a junior in high school, I took math analysis, and one of the chapters, the teacher just said, okay, you have to figure this all out on your own. I'm not going to teach you guys anything. You will have a test in 2 weeks covering this chapter. You need to learn it. In those 2 weeks, in that 2-week period of time, I'm not sure that I got any one problem correct the first time I attempted it. What I learned from that experience was quite often we can learn what not to do, and maybe that instills and helps us find what we should do. And so just understand that that's the process, and we're going to be working through that. In honors geometry, expectation on homework, the expectation is that you attempt every problem, work it out. Preference is that you write it in pencil, and then when you get the answers to that work, to check your work, and then if there's any problem that is incorrect, to mark that, but then to be able to write a description or a correction for what you needed to do correctly or what you might have done incorrectly so you don't make that same mistake again. What we're trying to teach you is everybody makes a mistake. It is important to learn from our mistakes and move on and learn from our mistakes. So it is really important that you do that. Now, if that process is difficult for you, it is difficult for all of us. If in that particular problem, even when you look at the explanation or the answer, you're not sure how to get there, that's when it's really important that you are willing to ask questions of me so that I can try to clarify the explanation and demonstrate to you how to work that problem out. When I check your homework over, I'm going to be looking for the fact that you've attempted all of the problems, and then I'm going to look for your corrections. Hopefully you're not going to have to correct every single problem, but maybe 2 to 5 problems need to be corrected. I need to see the work that corrects it. I need to see the correct work. Now, how would I expect you to do that? Pencil, done the first time. Then when you do it or correct it, I need to see it in a pen. So a red pen is helpful because it makes it very clear. But those are the expectations when it comes to homework and doing the homework, as well as how I expect you to treat me, as well as your fellow student. As we go through the first couple weeks, this should become more and more clear to you, and you should get better and better at the process of correcting your work. Thank you for listening, and thank you for joining today. Hopefully this has been clear and helped you understand how Mr. Brower will carry out his class, and you will have a better chance of being very successful in honors geometry and statistics.